Greetings and salutations. My name is Robert Stevenson. I will be your co-pilot today as we explore the world of Canvas. This is part of a series of videos that will introduce new Canvas users to some of its features and to get every teacher up and running with the basics that you need to make an integrated Canvas course to help out your students. So the first thing you're going to do is to log into vPortal using your county information. Click on the tile that says Canvas. And this is going to open up the application. Now this is cloud-based, which means nothing is downloaded to your computer. This all happens on somebody else's computer, but it takes us to your dashboard. Your dashboard is divided up into three sections. We have this set of toolbars over here on the left, which has your accounts, your general dashboard, gets you to your courses, the calendar. We're going to see some of the amazing things the calendar can do. There's its own messaging system within Canvas. We'll see why you might want to use that. History, no idea what this button does, never used it in my life. And that kind of is the general overview of Canvas. A lot of folks get overwhelmed with there's so many buttons and so many pathways and so many ways to do different things. But think of this like Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word is so powerful. You could be your own publishing company with Microsoft Word, but most of us just use the basic tools. You change the font, you bold some stuff, you underline, you might bring in some pictures, you know how to do alignment, and it works exactly for your needs. So that's our goal, is to figure out what your needs are and get you the information that you can build your own Canvas course. History, I'm assuming it just shows you some previous edits of your courses, but again, I never use that. Commons. Commons is a repository of other people's Canvas courses. Some places I've been told Commons is very useful to get ideas. Other places I've said, hey, don't upload your stuff to Commons because then it puts you at risk of copyright infringement. I've never used the Commons, but we'll do some more investigating and see if that helps you out. Speaking of help, lastly is the help button. The Volusia County pays for services and help services. So if you ever get super lost, you can always click that help button, find out what you need. The center area is all of your courses. Now your courses here on the dashboard are divided up into published courses and unpublished courses. Publishing, the act of publishing, is going to be pretty important as you create your course. The short story is you create a shell, or the county creates the shell for you. Students are populated. The county populates some of your own shells, or if you want to make your own course, you just have to add the students in. Then you create content for them to look at, whether it's pages of information, videos, quizzes, practice activities, Nearpods, whatever it is that you want to put in there. The only way that students can see what is available in your course is if that information is published. So we're going to talk about publishing a lot, and there's a little green button that you'll see show up quite often that says if something is published or not. So right now, these are all courses that I have published that have students in them that people are working in. I used to create makerspaces, and the way the makerspaces, they were designed on rotations of every 6 weeks, the students would choose different activities that they wanted to do, whether it was design escape rooms, research some stuff about forensics, learn how to code through Minecraft, how to build mousetrap vehicles, right? We got all kinds of different stuff. So this shows all of my courses that I'm working on. Now you probably don't have this many, but you probably have courses that were created by the county that were automatically populated with your information, meaning like your students. So we have Focus, right? So Focus is our gradebook and how we use attendance, but Canvas and Focus do communicate every evening to upload and to balance out attendance. So if a new student is added, if a student is dropped, that will balance out every evening. The one thing they do not communicate about yet is gradebooks. All assignments that you create and quizzes are graded within Canvas. Canvas has its own grading feature. But don't let this throw you off. Some people think this is a horrible extra step. It's not that bad. The benefits outweigh the costs. A lot of this stuff in Canvas gets auto-graded, so you can just really quickly enter the data into Focus, and again, it'll still save you time in the long run. If I scroll down, I see some of my unpublished courses. So that's what's on this section of the dashboard. On the right side is your to-do list and what you have coming up. So once you start to get some assignments and activities built up, in your Canvas courses, it'll start to show, hey, you got these assignments to grade. This event is coming up. You have this quiz that you've created. And there's a quick hyperlink to the calendar. Again, we'll see the calendar later. It is fantastic and amazing. We also have 2 quick buttons here, start a new course, as well as view grades, go to the gradebook. Like I said, the thing about Canvas is there's many different pathways to get to the same place. You can start a new course here, or I could go to this courses tab, scroll all the way down, go to all my courses, and then at the top I have the same button where I can add a new course. Okay, as you're creating your course, a couple things to keep in mind. Number 1, you do not have to have an entire Canvas course built before you unleash this upon your students. You can build in pieces and sections just as you need it. I have never started a school year with a complete Canvas course already built and ready to go. We're always adding pieces, and then by the end of that year, now you have it. Now it's there, and you can continue to add, refine, delete, polish it to the way that you want. Your Canvas courses will be saved. If you take a look, these are Canvas courses over the last quite a few years. I have so many of these courses that I've built. I just want to show you this to show you this stuff will be saved so you can go back to edit, to reuse it however it is that you need to be. So what we're going to do, I'm going to create a new course. And from that course, I'm going to create some modules, create some pages, create some discussion boards, create an assignment, just to kind of show you the process as to how it works. Your courses are probably already created, so you can kind of skip that step, but just so you know how to do it, I would hit this create a course button, and I would add a course name. I'm going to call this Science 1. I teach science. This is going to be a science course. Some reasons why you might want to create your own course. One of the biggest hassles that I've seen with Canvas is teachers that have multiple grade levels in the same course. So for example, I knew a lady that was teaching dance who was a Dance 1 course, but she had 6th graders, 7th graders, and 8th graders in that course. So what the county did, because it's all automated, is it created a Dance 1 6th grade course, Dance 1 7th grade course, and Dance 1 8th grade course, but they're all in the same class. So rather having to update all of those courses 3 times with the same information, she just created her own course, imported all of her students so that now she only had to update 1 course at a time. So if you have an advanced level course, a standard level course, it just depends on the situation as to how you might want to deal with that. I'm going to create this new course where it says, which account will this course be associated with? I don't think you have this option. I'm just tied into several different schools. I think that yours will probably automatically go to Ivy Hun Charter School. If not, just click Ivy Hun Charter School. That way it's just searchable. If you publish this to make it public for everybody to see, it's searchable through School of the Arts. Then I hit create. I'm not going to hit create because we kind of did this like a cooking show where that course is already created. I just need to go find it. There it is. So now I have the blank shell of a course. The next few steps are going to be to add modules, add pages, add discussions, add all those things. One real quick thing, just to double check that I want to show you before we get into those details. All of these tools right here. So now we've jumped into what a course looks like, a course shell. I have all these different tools, announcements, assignments, discussions, grades, pages. You may use some of these, you may use none of them. Again, it's kind of like Microsoft Word. There's lots of buttons. We just got to find the buttons that are useful to you. Anything that has an I with a slash through it, not visible to students. And so much so, we can actually go into the settings and go to navigation, and you can actually disable any of these so the students wouldn't see any of them. For most of the courses that I use with middle school students, I have the home button, announcements, assignments, discussions, grades. They don't see people. Pages is there, files is there, syllabus, but a lot of these other things. This stuff is integration. Other different types of technologies that are integrated in, like Nearpod. you can run Nearpods into Canvas so the students can actually control the Nearpods themselves. Britannica School, another service the county pays for. I never use it, but might be used for somebody else. Algebra Nation, OneDrive, love OneDrive. We'll talk about how you could use that in other videos, Teams, right? So you might not use any of this stuff. So you might want to go, oh, I don't use Benchmark Universe. I'm going to disable this. So now that shows up down here in my disabled stuff. You can also just click and drag them. Writable, don't know what this is. Going to drag this out. Don't know what this is, right? So you have control over how this toolbar looks. Other thing in settings, you got your course details, right? You can choose an image that will show up on the student's dashboard. When you create your own course, you can set when it's open or when it's closed. You can also set it like this stuff down here where it says more options. This course has been enabled for open enrollment. Students can self-enroll with this access code. So I can put this URL in a Word document. I can send it out. I would strongly encourage you not to have the students type it because it never works well that way. I could send it out in a Nearpod. That's just one of the ways that I can add students to this course is by giving them this access URL. But one other thing I want to get to is course sections. Now, if you're using a course that's already been created by the county, it's probably already divided up into sections. But if you create your own course, I strongly encourage you to use sections based off of periods. So I'm going to go period 1, let's say period 2, and period 3. Right? You can make as many sections as you would like. And then what I would do later is I would add students to each of these periods. Like I said, it's probably already done for you in your Canvas courses created by the county. But where this becomes useful is if I have an assignment that only goes out to one period, I can send it out to that one section. If I have to send a message out to only 1 or 2 periods, I can send it out to those sections. So just know that within Canvas itself, you have control as to which periods get certain information. So like I said, if you have a course that has a standard level and an advanced level, this might be where you can differentiate presenting information that way. We're going to pause right here. In just a minute, we're going to come back. We're going to make some modules. If you have any questions or concerns, always please contact me. Stop me in the halls. Anything you need. We'll be back in a second to make some modules.